I want all of you to be as good at, like, think about the concept of this. Why wouldn't, if you have the interest and the capacity, why wouldn't you want to be good at everything, right? And so we're playing with a lot of things, be it like we used to be more blurred, then we got very siloed to figure out the value of that. Now we're trying to get more blurred in certain areas. You know, performance, creative feels very real, that a media person could also do the creative. There's a lot of media people who don't realize how good their math skills are too, and vice versa. So strategy and creative by nature can blur. So we're contemplating. I think to answer your question directly, that brings value to everybody. I think this is a game of self-awareness. All of you need to get to a place that looks like the following. Stop trying to be something for somebody else. Stop trying to be something that you've made an ideology out of, and start getting to know yourself on what you're good at and what you like. Maybe you want to be in media because your mom was a math professor and she thinks it's the raddest, but if you fucking hate it, even though you're naturally talented because your mom was a math professor, like that's only going to play out for so long, right? And so there's a million scenarios like that. So I think what I'd like you to focus on, all of you, is feeling safe with not judging yourself, not beating yourself up for what you're not, and start getting excited about what you are.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Of course.
Hi, Gary. How are you?
Oh.
I'm Hadley. I'm a creative resident for... I have one question. What was the most vulnerable point of your career, and how did you move past that as a tougher person?
A really good question. Vulnerable, not challenging, vulnerable. Or I want to make sure I capture vulnerable, you know, because vulnerability to me comes from a place of like, either you are sharing, you know, what you're feeling, or you're in a precarious spot. Like you're not, and then you were able to get through it. Is it the latter?
Yeah, the latter.
I would say that it was a mental hurdle of knowing that I had to leave my dad for me to ever be happy. You know, I'd spent 22 to 34 building this huge company for my dad. By the way, this is about to make you feel really good if you have financial stress. I literally worked, actually no bullshit, 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday and 12 to 5 Sunday for 11 straight years with like 38 vacation days over 11 years. Build a business from 3 million a year to 75 million a year on my back, and got paid $50,000 to $70,000 a year the entire time. Because if any of you are immigrants, that's immigrant family business life. If I worked at Vayner, I'd be making like $500,000 a year when I was 29, you know, like, so when I knew that I was starting to form resentment towards my dad because of how big of a business I built for him and how little I was getting, that was challenging for me because I was blindly in love with my parents and had a mission and was doing this unique thing. And it felt great for a very long time until it didn't. And having to like deal with that was very challenging. One, starting to have negative feelings towards my dad wasn't nice. Two, you know, I was like, fuck, I have no money. Like, and I'm like really good. And like, I gotta buy the jets. I have like $8, you know, like that was very challenging for me. And, you know, just to give you context, VaynerMedia only started 14 years ago. And I had so little money that the company started in another company's conference room because we couldn't afford rent. Really crazy stuff. So that was the most vulnerable spot.
What motivates you? I mean, every day you wake up, what keeps you from just dropping everything, moving to Cannes, and just never working a day in your life again? Like what is the motivation?
Well, the motivation is when you just said, pick up, move to Cannes, and never work again. For normal people who aren't in love with their shit the way I am, you basically just said to me, like, Gary, what stops you from taking a boulder off a mountain and smashing your head with it and dying? Like, to me, like the thought of like moving to Cannes and like Cannes nice for a week, but the thought of like waking up in the French Riviera 365 days a year, waking up and going to the market and getting fresh. And this is like something that I think is nice for a week, getting fresh fruits and vegetables. And like by day 19, like I'm dead. By day 3, I'm antsy. And it's because I genuinely like what I do. And so I think what motivates me is I really like it, bro. Like, I think people don't believe people. Like, I'll give you an example. I hated school so much that I was a DNF student, even though I probably have the intellect to have not been a DNF student. But like, when people don't believe people that love what they do for a living, I get it. Because actually, here's something fun. By show of virtual hands, how many people really liked the process of school? Liked it, right? I just see a lot of hands going up. Like, I don't understand what the fuck you're talking, how? But to me, I understand that because when I'm out here pumping unlimited content of like, do what you love, it's the fucking, like, I'm so happy this second, bro. And I have 9,000 headaches right now. There's like shit going through my mind right now that's going on behind the scenes of the 2,000 employees and the 80 businesses I have and all. And I'm a public figure and people shit on me and all that. Like, but I fucking love it. So the answer is, it's my fucking DNA. It's what I love to do. Like, literally think about this. Some of you may know this about me. My favorite hobby is to go garage sailing, which is in essence like a version of playing business. Like, it's who I am. It's what I love. So it makes it really easy for me, brother, which is why I really want people to hear me in this meeting. Like, maybe marketing isn't the right thing. Like you're at the age, all of you right now, where like, if you feel in your soul that you're a chef, you need to fucking try. Like, I'm not in the business to like make you guys all leave Vayner. I'd prefer you not. But like, you're at the age where it gets a lot harder to follow your dream at 35 than it does at 22. Right now, you're willing to live with 4 people in a shithole and eat shit food because you're a fucking kid. Like, I'm willing to do it. I'm old. Like, you're definitely willing to do it. So, for me, the motivation is super simple. It's how I breathe. Like, the dream for me is not to get the money to do the thing. The dream to me is to do the work.
Has it always been like that? Or did one day you wake up and you realize that you love it?
It's always been like that for me, and I got very fortunate. And I know that's not the way it is for everyone, but I stumbled into what I liked. It was called lemonade stands and washing people's cars and shoveling snow and working my dad's liquor store at 14 and stocking shelves. Like, I got there, which is why I always challenge all of you. Notice what I just did in the Slack. Like, that's like a weird thing for a CEO to do. I'm like, hey, why did I do that? I did that because I'm hoping even one group of 5 people decide to get on a Zoom that don't know each other, which leads to them maybe getting a drink, that leads to them like starting an improv club together. Like I want people to explore. Like, I'm just petrified that all of you have locked in and you haven't tasted every option, or more scary to me, that you're suppressing what's actually in your stomach to appease your parents or your logical self. So for me, it's always been there, brother, but I promise you, the second like you open your mind to thinking your favorite hobby or your favorite thing can be a business or a viable way that you put a roof over your head, your life changes. And by the way, one of my favorite things about Vayner is you're learning such insane skills here that map to anything and everything if you decide to ever take that jump at 25, 29, 36, 41, 52. And let me give you some real fucking wisdom. I'm 47, right? If all of you, I hope you remember this in 25 years. Do you know what the craziest shit about being 47 is? I straight up, sitting here with all of you right now, think we're friends. Like, I literally think like we're the same right now, right this second. I'm like, yo, let's go out after this. Like I think we're the same. When you feel that, when you get older, that will blow you away. Because when I was 22 and started working full time at my dad's liquor store, my cousin was 30. I thought he was a fucking 100 years old. Like, I'm sitting here talking to you, being like, yo, we're the same. If a 47-year-old said to me that we were the same at 21, I would have laughed my fucking, it's like, I'm like 1,000 to you, but in my stomach, I feel like we need to go play video games and like fucking, I don't know, like what we're just hanging, like that is the best part of life that nobody tells you. Like, it doesn't change as much as you think.